All right, let's start. Let's see how things are going. Whoops, wrong project. Okay. Off we go. Let me test my audio and stuff. Let's see how things are going. Yep. Oops. I think it's working. That's good. Okay. I guess let's start. Where did we leave off? There was uncommitted code. Yep. All right, let's get into it. So I'm still building the conversational forms, which is this project, Chatfield. At the moment, I'm focusing on Python, working on some PDF applications, although Chatfield does run in TypeScript and server and browser side as well, because the point of it is to just do a conversation to collect data, like a form driven as a conversation. And so you can validate and cast and transform all your data. And in fact, that's what we need to be doing today. Let me get my notes here. I think I may have written some notes to myself. Ooh. Traits. Okay. All right, so let's get started. Let's read the log. I need to get caffeinated here. Let's read the journal. The fourth, is it? Yes. Okay. So yesterday, little bit of changes to prompting for talking about hints, talking about guidance for the LLM and guidance for the user as well to use hints, because these PDF forms are a little bit different from web forms, and we're getting like real world exposure to that. So that's awesome. API. Oh, and then I think I also dropped out everything about, was that yesterday that I dropped out everything about possible traits, this one. So there's no more possible traits anywhere in the code base. I'm super happy. Yeah, there were tests like this. No more possible traits. It was never implemented. And then once I kind of started it, I realized there's a whole lot of dynamic behavior you could imagine, and I think all of that needs to be out of scope right now. Okay, so let's go back. Okay. So all of these changes are about getting PDF forms working. PDF forms have different kind of simpler, usually less clear. There's less structure to a PDF form than a web form. And so checkboxes need empty values set to them potentially, and other things like that. And so that's where all this has been going. So how many commits, by the way? 580. Cool. Cool. So let's keep going, because I want to do a foreign language PDF today. I want to do a foreign language PDF. So let's just log out. What was that? 2032. Let's see if there's an upgrade. Yes, there is. Check the release notes. Okay, don't care. Claude Doctor. Incorrectly detecting homebrew. Interesting. Claude MCP serve. Exposing to fixed MCP serve exposing tools with incompatible output schemas. Okay, small changes, so don't care. So where are we then? There were uncommitted changes. This was all the PDF file, yeah. C corporation. Perfect. Cool. EIN. Okay. Now, right. Okay, so let's get into it because I think I'm going to actually redo it. Let's see. PD source. So Python. It's no Chatfield server. So it's this interview.py, right? So let's just drop it out and start it all over. I'm going to run the whole pipeline again. So then we'll do PD and we'll go to Python examples PDF. All right. So there's my FW9. Okay. I remember what I want to do. Let me kill this browser and start a browser with that can support this MCP, this Playwright. Okay, so this browser can do Playwright now. And so with that done, let's see. I think I'm going to do the same thing. Done, form, values. Yeah, let's just see about that. It's all gone except the answers. Yes. Okay. In that case, let's run it. Oops. Use your PDF skill to help me complete the fw9.pdf form. Let's see if that works. Okay, we're running the PDF skill. Perfect. It found it. Oh, wait. Playwright to provide answers one by one. I always forget. Answer.txt. It'll find it. Good. But wait. Yes. You must provide a TIN. Perfect. Now, this is the part that was really, really slow. It round trips the entire form through the LLM at least once, if not more. So we're at 49,000 tokens here, 50,000 tokens. And I think it's going to jump up a lot. And there's a huge delay where it's mostly just writing out that whole file. Ah. Yeah, it just hangs here while it writes it out. So that's something I can optimize. The idea was that this thing is it's faster to use a Claude Code skill to do this stuff than to like write older software to do it all. Can we just write tools for the agent to do it all? Is that faster? And I'm still getting the sense that testing is still the most time-consuming part of this. And so it's either or. I'm not feeling the 6,000. Let's maybe get into this. I don't know. Oops, where'd it go? Yeah, it's too slow to round trip, and I think it's gonna. Now, what we could do is not save the file. Let's try that. If I do this, Claude, let's try this. Let's change the .claude slash, what is it? So that instead of using MCP markdown, so that to write a file, the LM simply evaluates the markdown result without creating any files. Stop it. Let's see if it can update the prompt. I'm just waiting for this laggy. Yeah, this is too much. It's just copying and pasting, I believe, an entire like PDF content. Perfect. Skills.md. There's a workflow. Yes. And then the result is written to a file. Yes. Right. Correct. Do not write the markdown to a file. You will analyze it directly in step 2. Extract the field metadata. Oh, cool. You must thoroughly analyze it. Wonderful. foo.form.md. Correct. We're not going to have .form.md anymore. Okay. So I'm going to lose that .form.md file. However, that's okay. It hasn't really been super useful, and I think I could just peek into the Claude Code like log effectively to get that. So okay, let's see what changed. .claude. Okay, pretty small changes. That's good. From step 2A. Step 2A. Oh, is that how that works? MCP markdown, convert to markdown. Okay. Let's just take it. Okay. Let's just take that because it just absolutely takes way too long. Okay, so here are my fields. So it's still, this isn't bad. Some background notes. Are not exempt from backup withholding. This is cool. Only complete this if the other box is checked. This is decent. Tooltip, leave blank unless you check. Other text description. Okay. Are you an LLC? This is checkbox 6 of 7. This is checkbox 5 of 7. Oh, interesting. Okay, geez. Pretty boring. Let's see what it said. Oh, it's opened my browser. So we're doing W9 forms. Yeah, let's let it do it. Leaning back. Oh, that was terrible, but whatever. Yep, perfect. So that's the bug. The bug persists. Okay. Hey, I can't queue it up. Run the tool. I know what I'm going to try. I'm going to try changing my font size and like let it re-render or something. Thank you. There it is. No, that's everything. I do not have information. Uh-huh. So did it die again? But we... Oh, look, there's the form. So what's null? So that's an empty string. This looks great. Oh, look, none. Oh, look, there's still some nuns. Okay, good. Good. 14 and 15 are still... Oh, look, there's a none. Good, that's the bug. Oh, shoot, these are tons of nuns. There's nuns everywhere. Okay. There's nuns everywhere. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Mm-hmm. So then it'll just complete running the standard steps. Feel good. Very happy. Uh-huh. Perfect. Mm-hmm. So then it'll just complete running the standard step. Looking at my... Sorry, that was watching my own stream. Okay. F39 done. Let's go look at it. It says that it's done. Let's go see it. Yep. Open it. Can it do this? Does that work? I wouldn't know how to do that. We're on Linux. Everything's slightly tedious. Am I going to spend 1,000 tokens? Mm-hmm. All right, that was a huge failure. So open python/example/pdf f39 done. Cool. Okay. So that's cool. Social made it. Yes. Formed. See, like all this stuff, disregard. Exempt payee code, line 4 exemptions. Okay. I mean, I don't want to make the thing... Well, I guess I need to ask myself how... I don't think I want to make it... Like, you could imagine there's a RAG application just in this form, basically, which is all of this knowledge, all of this content of this usage, or the instructions especially. That's all super important. And you could have a RAG application where I could ask, oh, what is form 1099B? And it could tell me. However, I don't know what like, if that's in or out of scope. I don't mind telling it to read that a little bit, but I don't know if I want to go down debugging that and stuff. So this is pretty cool. Only problem, so there's still the bug where it doesn't exit though. That's a massive, much huger bug. Okay, so that's cool. I think I'm just going to try it exactly the same way without writing that file. Let's see what happens there. Right? So if I do git check out Python. Yeah. That's not bad. Only one should be checked. That's really cool. That's pretty cool. That's decent. Okay, so, and then what was it? Remove FW done, FW form. So we have the answers and just the PDF file, right? So that's that. Mm-hmm. So that's an empty file. So let's see. So I'm going to do it again, /clear. We're going to do it again, although I'm going to tell it a little bit. Use your piece of this project. To once the Chatfield server is running, use Playwright MCP to open that URL and enter answers one at a time, which you'll find in, okay, and then what is that file? fw9.answer.txt. Yep. Okay, so let's see if it does that side by side. I just kind of want to see it a little more. Okay, about blank. Whatever. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's drink some coffee and see what happens. This is a huge ice water. Okay. This is not coffee. Okay. Cool. Cool. What is all this? I don't want this, right? Bash output. Server ready. I don't believe all that. The server is starting. Okay, yeah, that old server was something else. I don't know what that is. How could it have that? I did a /clear. What is all this? Oh, I think it's nothing. I think it's nothing. Okay. Okay, off we go. Are you going to play right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Very cool. Definitely fixed the lag where it wrote that file out. That was a problem. That's cool. Oh, okay. There's a bug where it didn't generate. Okay. I see. It did not update the restart the Chatfield server. Navigate to the form URL with Playwright. Answer. Okay, no, that didn't work. Let's just kill it. I'm going to kill it completely. That /clear, I don't know what that did. All right. What's changed? Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. What? Did you open that? Yeah. I'm just going to do it again, exactly the same. So then if I run this, right? Go. I don't know. I don't like that. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To help me complete the form. Mm-hmm. Get the form answers. Open the server, enter the answers. Yeah. That's bad. Good, I have the answers. Yes. What is it looking for? Scripts? Perfect. I found the PDF scripts. Aha. According to the workflow in forms.md, I need to follow these steps. However, right? Perfect. See, this is all that content. It's already in the, it's already there. It doesn't need to be saved into a file and reread. Yeah, for sure. There's mark it down. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. But now has it, something's still wrong. I feel like it's not doing its own skill. It has not, I think, modified the data definition. Oh, it had, okay, perfect. Good. Very good. Okay, well, I don't know if this is good because now it worked one time and didn't the next. So, but that's fine. I want to get some experience here. Okay, so there's the server running. Okay. MCP to my play right over to my browser, please. Thank you. There we go. W9. Very good. Perfect. Enter answers into the form fields one at a time. Correct. I wish this thing stopped flickering. The flicker's super annoying. I think that I fixed it a little bit with font size changes. I'm not sure. I wonder if this font size during init for some reason might help it. For some reason I have a gut feeling. Okay. Perfect. SSN. The full number. So weird, but whatever. I do not have an exam pay code. Cool. All right. It's complete. Okay. Complete. And exiting. You can kill it to proceed. All right, let's see if it doesn't. It should. That's always happened. And then they just thank each other. It'll say, thank you. You're welcome. Yes. Oh, look, it exited. Okay. That's good to know. So there's some kind of there's some sort of probability that it works. It's not I don't know if I like that. Everything this morning has been kind of random. So, but that's fine. The thing with randomness then is just gather more information, to see the behavior of the randomness or to see the pattern in the randomness. To see the pattern in the seeming randomness. Okay. Yep. Okay. So it's claiming to be done. 89,000 tokens, 90,000 tokens. Although I'm making it chat with me because I don't know why. I'm making it drive the chat. Okay. Yes. So then if we open the done.pdf. Oh, it's already open. Let's just close it and reopen for fun. Oh, I spoiled it. Okay. Good. Requester's name and address, optional. List account numbers here. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, LLM assisted IRS and other, like, government revenue, revenue department or all of this. That's like a big use case. I'm not exactly trying to prove that this thing is the new foundation for doing your IRS work. I'm trying to prove that Chatfield is a data model for gathering this conversation is a useful data model for all sorts of activities like this. So if the entity online would then check the box for, see, yeah, 8832, is that in there? PD, pop D, PD. There we are, Chatfield. So if I look at my interview object, 8832, yeah, that 8832 information's been lost. Obviously, this entire instruction has not been provided to the LLM through the system prompt. But I think I'm going to stop. I think that's enough. Otherwise, it's getting too like micro optimized, or it's getting too, the data scientist would say like overfit. Okay. So this is cool. Now, let's do this. This is perfect. Okay. I think there is still, okay. Now, help me, now, review this entire conversation. Oh yeah, let me, to help me, a bug in the .claude skills / PDF code prompts. No, a bug in a bug. So the problem is, let me think about this. Let me go off and think. I gotta think. So the problem is, review this entire conversation to help me find a bug. Because the bug is, done property, is not like should have become true the moment the conversation implied the like process was done. But it just, all fields are not none, but it just checks that all fields are none, yet some were still none, i.e. never defined. So the main bug, the main bug is that the LM does not call the tool to set like empty values when needed. To set empty values like aggressively enough, like what am I trying to say? Proactively enough. This is compounded worse in PDF where different fields, where radio buttons are like not, where radio buttons are have a few implementations, all poor DX, all poor UX. So, so let me ask you, let me put it in think mode. Yeah. Review the Chatfield system prompts and the review the history of what just happened. The Chatfield system prompt at prompt, is it prompts? Yeah. And the Claude Code skills directory to tell me like where the best fix or fixes should go. Let's just see what it thinks. I don't know. Okay. And while it's cooking, what are we gonna do? You will know. Yeah. I think it'll tell me that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 23 fields. Now, I think I wrote some notes. I want to see if I did this. Not asking for format. I think I did that. Make Claude Code rewrite or audit non-fillable based on working forms.md. I think that may have been done. A knowledge base for IRS forms. Yikes. Have a browser use story. Oh yeah, I want to have a browser use story. All right, I'll let it search here. Let's try this real quick. What if I change a profile to, let's say, onboarding? Okay. So it's nothing about that. I think I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's not doing anything. Let me see if I can change maybe my own settings. What is it? I mean, this is just ridiculous flicker. It's just absolutely like a hostile bug. 15 seconds. What are you doing? Tons of tokens. So then let's try, what is it? Preferences here. Where is that? Advanced. New. It might be something about, what is that? Claude Code here. Scrolling. Scroll on keystroke. Scroll on paste. Limit scroll back. This all seems legit. Scroll on output, maybe? Let's try no scrolling. Scroll on output, scroll on paste. Let's try that. So does that mean I can scroll anywhere I want? See how it's like rewriting? I feel like it's rewriting. I don't know. I think it's just a bug. And I think we're on Linux and nobody cares. As far as UI, UX bugs, stuff like this is just going to be the last platform to get fixes. Oh, okay. So I can't make it scroll back down again. All right, let's try. Oops, what was I doing? Preferences. And I think I like my old scrolling. Compatibility, maybe? Encoding. No. No. I think yes, huh? Not scroll on output, though. Show scroll bar. Yes. Usually I do 50,000. Okay. Let's see if that changes anything at all. All right, so now what? It's had a lot of discussion with me, or it's had a lot of feedback. Let me synthesize the agent's findings. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is so awesome. It's reading the logs. This is great. So this worked. Later, Alice said all set, but the server kept running. I had to explicitly say, Only then did the interview mark as complete. So I wonder if there should be the system prompt is too weak. The word often makes this optional, and implying is too vague. The LLM interprets this conservatively. Okay. And there's instruction conflict. Records optional fields as empty string when the user records optional fields as empty when explicitly or implicitly. Okay. The interview has this trait, but it's not working because the trait is descriptive, not procedural. I don't know if I believe all of this. This is just a language model, like navel gazing, possibly, but let's keep going. Missing completion signal. Only checks, yes. So it's an interesting point. There could be a tool called .done, which just tries to mark everything empty. Radio button pattern is broken. The pattern of creating seven separate as bool fields is super insane. Yes, it is. Yeah, it definitely is. And where did I write this? I know I wanted to use as more. Uh-huh. 7 separate none. Yeah, that's a great point. Okay. Fix 1, strengthen the system prompt. Fix 2, add complete detection to the PDF skill. Critical. When a user signals completion, immediately populate all remaining null fields. Set unchecked booleans to false, option fields. Yeah, I mean, fine. Throw that trait in there. Fine. Do it. Now what? Add.optional. API method. No. Okay, no. So this is great. So, fix 1. Yes. What else? Fix 2. Yes. Uh-huh. Now what? Fix 3. No. Okay. The philosophy, like data model behind null versus empty fields is, and in theory, and should be clear to the skill. Basically, null means not yet discussed. Empty string means the user wishes to leave the field blank, right? Empty string was or default, right? This should be extremely well reflected in the behavior. Okay. So that's fix 3. Fix 4. Completion intent. Yeah. Call this when the user signals completion. That is pretty cool. But, I mean, all it would do was set... I don't like it. No, I don't like it because there's validation logic. All the validation logic in Chatfield is done on the LLM. There's no validation happening here. So my validation logic, I wouldn't know if it's valid or invalid. And so then, well, maybe the LLM knows it's valid, and that's why I called this finalized. And then my answer would be, well, if the LLM knows it's all valid, just make it call that final function. Okay, so the answer is definitely no. Fix 4. Yes, we want to finalize, but we do not want a new method. We want the LM to, set the values to empty string, because that is the difference, because that is what means the user data that captures right. So it needs to be a finalized step is great. So a finalized step is great, but it should look like a big tool, like a big call, setting all remaining values to empty, which implies that the LM considers them passing their validation rules, and it will include any casts. Okay. Which must more prominent. More on that. More on cast later. Okay, so what's fix 5? No optional method. Yeah, fix 2, fix 5. Deprecate the multi-Boolean pattern. Okay, so about fix 5. Yes, but the solution should be bigger or more general. Okay, so let me switch to Vim since I'm all right. So what was the problem? The problem is it was just saying, oh, deprecate. What in the world was it saying? Deprecate the like Booleans? It's not the Booleans, like the problems should be bigger or more general. It's yes, the Booleans are wrong. The Booleans are wrong because they like are improperly, like they are too, like they reflect the like raw form too well. It's like it's letter but not its spirit, right? The Booleans are wrong because they reflect the form too well. It's letter but not its spirit. The top priority is to have like, you know, to put data values into a JSON, which will populate the form directly, right? The top priority is to put data values into the JSON. The top priority is to put, the top priority is to create the .values.json. What am I trying to say? The .values.json. But Claude Code is to create the values.json. Yeah, the top priority is to bridge the gap. Ask natural, helpful, like human level, you know, questions, but Claude Code converts human level questions, but Claude Code ultimately creates a .values JSON with explicit, like, you know, with like, what am I trying to say? Like raw values. Strings, bools, right? With real values. So here's my problem. Pardon me. The top priority, whoops, bridge. Stop. So what should really happen is Chatfield with real values by using much more use of .as casts. .as int, .as bool, .as many are super powerful to any way Claude Code needs. Instead of most questions should be basically framed. Most questions should be high level, high human level, right? Ask an SSN, not ask 3 questions about the SSN beginning, because that is our PDF form fields, right? Should be high human level, okay? Should be high human level without should be high human level with validation focusing on proper/improper answers, right? Improper answers or in content. With validation focusing on improper answers and content, but focusing on improper content and not focusing on format. That's the important thing, format. Format. To get, to enforce, should the user care about format? Example, date, date format, right? Nor should the user care about, but instead, there's extensive use of .as to transformations. To cast the answer into any useful structure, any useful type, structure, even translating languages, etc. Right? So let's just try that. I'm just shipping this. I'm sick of prompting this thing. Okay. Let's see what it does. That was super insane. So this is good. We got to keep this prompt. This prompt is basically source code. And this prompt could move into the system prompt, or it could be a part of it. Approved. The user is saying the philosophy is already defined. Yeah. This should be clear to the skill. Yes, it should. What is this, thinking? So the user is saying the current interview I created is too literal. Exactly, it's too literal. Should ask human level questions and use .as cast to transform into a PDF format. Yep, the roll-up pattern needs more emphasis. Yes. Finalization is about batch setting remaining fields. Yes, it is. Powerful transformative casting. Yes, exactly. Like Broadway. Yes, powerful transformative casting. That is awesome. So what are we doing? What are we doing? The power of okay. Yeah, it's true though. It's $1 billion computer. It can convert strings to integers for you. It's true. Okay, excellent feedback. I get a point. Go. Revised understanding. The core philosophy. Null equals not yet discussed. Empty equals explicitly leave it blank. Uh-huh. This is the right data model. Don't change it. I wonder if reflects the PDF too literally. What I did wrong. First 3 digits, middle 2, last 4. Okay, I need to think about this because it has to map back to those. It has to map back to those. I got to think about this. Dot as string, yeah. So there, I don't know if that even works as string, but that's fine. As lang should be doing the heavy lifting. You're saying, okay, I got to think about this. Cast formats. Okay. Revised fixes. When Bob role name signals completion intent. That's all finished, done. We're done. Wrap up. Yeah. After line 60, required finalization procedure. So this is pretty explicit. Okay. Make one tool call, setting all remaining fields. Yeah. I've also, something else with LangGraph is when Bob talks, you could use the other language model, you could use Nano or a smaller language model or like regular expressions if you want to identify that that's done, and then you can insert this into the system prompt then, effectively. Critical. Never tell right until all fields are complete. Yep. The interview system distinguishes null. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these LLMs are great at writing system prompts for themselves. But let's move forward. I'm not sure. But so from the PDF skill, I'll just do it. Drop the dot optional method. Emphasize batch finalization. Yep. Alice must make one bulk tool call. Right. Fix 5. Rethink the interview definition. This is the big one with a star. Okay. A major new section. Critical design principle. The problem is pretty soon everything's going to be critical. I'm not sure. I don't know. Human level questions plus wrong approach. Too literal. Mirrors the PDF structure. Don't ask 3 separate questions for SSN parts. I gotta think about this because we need to cast it. I think I can do better. I'm just gonna make it go. I don't really love this, but I'm just gonna make it go. And then I may pull it back a little bit when it's done. I'm gonna go get something in 2 seconds here. All right. So I want to change some things since it's asking this. Let me click myself back on here. Finalization, that's cool. Yeah. It's when the user signals completion. So fix one. For fix one, user signaling completion, or Alice deciding that is the appropriate next step using her expertise, right? Fix two. What's my feedback on fix two? Update the PDF skill Alice trait, add trait. When user signals completion, immediately make one tool call. So hold on. The thing about do we need an Alice trait if the same thing it will now be baked into the system prompt? Fix three. Add finalization pattern documentation. So completion and finalization sections show an example of batch setting remaining fields. Explain when and how finalization should occur. Completion and finalization. I'm not sure that helps because that's Chatfield running, right? Show an example of batch setting remaining. Oh, that's for fix three. This is fix three. Perfect. Finalization. Completion. I think no. Wait. So forms.md tells Claude Code how to build a Chatfield data model. Then Chatfield runs independently to like execute that. Of course, we may modify this project code to modify Chatfield. So then show an example, completion and finalization, explain when and how finalization should occur. So this finalization, like stuff, how does it like bounce prior fixes? Okay, next fix for, I don't think that was a good idea. Okay, so the human level, I want to get back into the human level. Here's the problem, a major new section. We need to talk about the human level. Replace the W9 example with better version. Show one field for classification, not 7 Booleans. Yeah. So, okay. Hold on, let me copy and paste this and go into Vim. Copy. Control G. Okay. Paste. Okay. Okay. So fix 4. Here's the problem. Fix 4 and 5. Let's keep talking, right? Okay, so there's a little bit to think about. So ultimately, Claude Code must read the server pretty print output, pretty print and or JSON output of values and their casts to generate a .values with like, you know, strings, ints, floats, whatever, right? keyed by like field ID. Where is that? It's here. FW9. And I always want to move the... Let's do this. Just for fun. Let me copy it. Let me move the answers. FW9. Remove the done. It's the form.json, right? Form.json. Yeah. Yes, it's the field IDs from that form.json. So let's do this. Move the fw9.pdf and the answers to ... I believe. PD. So we're good now. Let's see if that's right. Woo. Yeah, it is. FW9. Okay. I'm just going to do it in the project root. Who cares? Okay. Next. Ultimately, Claude Code must read the server pretty print to generate it with strings with like comprehensive and identical. What is it? What do you call it? Server. What is that? Cat. Let's say Python /examples/pdf/ so what was that? Form.json. Yeah, field ID with comprehensive and identical field ID values, right? Keyed on field ID. So what that means is, in other words, every field ID must have a like scalar value to set. Must have a scalar value. Every field ID must have a scalar value. But the Chatfield object need not, right, match, like need not, and in general should not like be a one-to-one representation. That's where as will help. So here's the problem. I want your advice. Thus, we need to use .as star .as star. Thus, we need to use .as star so that Claude Code can reconstitute the field ID, right, to value mapping for the JSON, right? Mm-hmm. You're expert, right? Read the project documentation and examples of using casts and propose how we could implement this. Two ideas I have, which I'm unsure of, right, would be what would it be, like a as bool as object? What would it be? As string? No. What am I thinking? No, I think I only have one idea. Right? So the use dot as what is it called? Dict as object. Use dot as and specify, you know, ID 1, value 1, ID 2, value 2. Right. Real PDF form IDs. I'm not sure but dicts / objects are not are like not in the schema. So in theory, so if the LLM like quietly forgets a field, we would not know, right? Like Chatfield would not know until like would not know. So the alternative would be a hidden field, maybe. Either a hidden field or a conclude field. I think you would make it a conclude field. Use a dot conclude. Use a conclude field, which is a normal field, but not like exposed to the LM until the conversation is over, until dot underscore enough is true. Enough means, what is enough? Let's go reread it. View, let's say Python / Chatfield / interview.view underscore enough. Non-confidential, non-conclude fields. Right, okay. So it's only the confidentials conclude. So enough is the same as done effectively for all I've been doing. That's a fun bit of code to read. Okay, so then, which is a normal field, but not exposed to the LLM, but not mentioned until enough is true. Enough is like done, but for non-confidential, but for regular fields. Right. Use a conclude field, which is a normal field, but not mentioned to the LLM until enough is true. The LLM will then do one pass concluding values based on the prior concert. I think the answer might be conclude fields based on the prior conversation. The LM. So if the validation right, so if the validation, let's see, concluding values. So if there was one like human level, like master field with any validation it needs regarding content and information, regarding information content. I hope this is useful. What am I doing? Let's just see. Okay. So if there was one human level master field, so what I'm trying to say is the form definition, Chatfield object interview would have a human level master field with any validation it needs regarding information content. And let's see. Right. With any validation it needs regarding information content, then it has then it has a few conclude fields with the correct field ID and descriptions saying they reference, they reflect that master field, and any dot as int dot as bool, which Claude Code would want. So I think that's it. I think that's my response. Okay. Send it. Whew. Oh my God. Woo-wee. That's a huge screen full of prompts. And this is the third time I've given it feedback on its plan, so. This is kind of my whole theory though. Well, let's see. If this works, then my theory is, you have to interactively, these things just have to be, it's like driving a car. The only way to do it is interactive. It's a fun time to say that. I think that may change someday soon, broadly, but anyone who learns how to drive a car, the first thing you learn, or ride a bicycle, same thing. The first thing you learn is it's correction, 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 right? All along the way. That's just proper motorist behavior, is corrections to the steering. So I see no reason why we couldn't do it here. Or in fact, I think that must be the way that it works. All right, so this thing's going to think a lot. Builder API. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see what it does. This will be fun. Still flickering. 100,000 tokens. Just 3,000 tokens. Oh, I just saw a diff. What happened? No. Oh, maybe it worked on... Nope. These fields will be replaced. No. Right, that's all normal. Nope, I don't know what it did. Control O to show thinking. Okay. Well, that's nice. I'm not getting Flickr anymore. I need to understand Chatfield's conclude system. Plan, research Chatfield conclude mechanism. Awesome. Yep. What else is happening? I just pressed Control. Oh, okay. All right. The conclude mechanism is perfect. All right. Mm-hmm. Is this its thinking? Response. Perfect. Mm-hmm. This little research tool. Okay. In builder.py. Uh-huh. Conclude is confidential. Enough. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. It's giving me a plan. Auto synthesis via conclude. Master fields plus conclude based PDF mapping. Awesome. Yeah, this is a great test for conclude fields. Let's see. That was the theory is my mental model is like conclude is exactly my mental model for a real form. If I were helping someone with this W9 and they said, we're done, I have no more information, I would then conclude, well, all the rest of the fields must be, blank or whatever. So let's read it. Ready to code. Interview doesn't complete because LM doesn't proactively set the remaining field. All right. So we're doing master fields plus conclude base. Strengthen the system prompt. So we do strengthen the system prompt. We're going to update the PDF skill. Update Alice trait. Keep trait as reinforcement. Okay, whatever. Make it reference that conclude fields handle PDF mapping automatically. Okay. So what is that section? Let's get glasses and go. Section A. Section A. Conclude. Fields are withheld from the LM entirely and never defined. So do not mention conclude fields in LM guidance. So what is that? Section A. Oh, wait. Oh, this is in forms.pdf. Hold on. No. That's actually good. I like that. Okay, B. Add a major new section. Conclude patterns for PDF forms. Okay. So, okay, good. Major new section. B. Section B. Section B. Control U. Yeah. Can this major new section be a major new part of the existing second pass mechanism? I believe there is a first pass of more literal, like copying of more literal. Or actually, let's do this. Can this major new section also improve the first draft, second draft guidance? At the moment, first draft, second. The moment the procedure has two steps, has a second one like initial step, then a second refinement. I think it should be all combined into one step, which simply consideration when generating the interview.py content. Okay, so that's section B. What else do I feel? Oh my god, it's so cold. Show the pattern. What is your social security? And then there's going to be a field. First 3 digits of social. Conclude. Tax classification. As one. True if tax classification. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, fine. So I'm making Chatfield do it. I could make Claude Code do this also, but that's okay. Let's make Chatfield do it. That's kind of neat. Next, optional fields. Clarify that master fields can be optional. Conclude fields are automatically derived. Regular fields need explicit finalization. Conclude fields execute after enough is true. No. Understanding optional fields. No. Provided provided already clarity in forms.md that null means not yet processed, not yet processed. Empty means user, basically user skipped, right? Means like user approved in a, right. I think section C is redundant. Section D replace W9. Show complete W9 using 10 measure. No. I think cut it. Whole pipeline after this work. Next, section. Okay, fix 3, update step 5, Claude Code, reading interview results, Claude Code. Read the server output, all fields, right? Extract. Convert booleans. No. No. Fix 3. Wait, where'd fix 2? Oh, there's fix 2. No, I think fix 3 is totally bad. Update 7 o'clock. No. I think fix 3 is unneeded. JSON. .values.json. Next, fix 4. Document conclude in the builder API. Oh. Mark, are you kidding me? Okay. Do the plan. Do it. Perfect plan with a bunch of feedback that says don't do a bunch of it. Okay. Oh, hello. Someone says hi. What time is that? I don't see timestamps in the video in the text anymore. Hello. Swapnil Chan 338. Hello. Thank you for saying hi. I've been working for days to make Chatfield help me with PDF documents. Okay. Now, I hope I don't run out of window or review. Now, why is it not flickering? I'm nervous. It's gonna start flickering again. Okay. Good. I need to find where step 3 is and check. Okay. Perfect. I'll implement all these fixes. Go. Good. Fix 1, fix 2A, fix 2B. Wonderful. System prompt finalization. Thank you. Wait, what? What happened? Yeah, weird. Okay. Fix 1 is done. Yep. Update Alice's trait. Thank you. Let me go off and think. Add a conclude pattern to the forms. Yes, good. Document.conclude. All right, the big one. A comprehensive section about the conclude pattern for PDF forms. Yes. Yeah, this is the big one. This is the big one. What is all this? Complete example. Yikes. Yeah, this thing's just making bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I think I might just ask it, like, we just have to reduce the total size of this dang prompt of this markdown file. All right, now we're in fix 4, the builder API. That's so strange that .conclude. Okay. Let's go read some diffs in the code today. Where's some diffs? All right. Let's read some diffs. Answers in PDF, don't care. What is this file? Forms. Oh, this is the Claude Code skill. Required. Always configure Alice and Bob roles. Alice uses plain language when asking questions, converts responses to valid form data. Yes, right. Okay, this is that like doubling redundant thing that it said. I'm not going to check this stuff in anymore. This is code. Field lifecycle control. Whoa. Pardon me. So this is the builder API reference. Yeah. Yeah, totally. So another thing is, okay, quick question. Does the Chatfield.md crash course or cheat crash course in the PDF skill cover .confidential and conclude fields? Documentation, no. Prompts. So here, whoa, geez, green. I don't like all that green. Okay. Interview finalization. You should finalize the interview when? Yeah. When finalizing. You must. So it's not that it's using your expertise. It's like, it's the Bob, or now it says you, right? You are the conversational. You determine that all essential information has been collected. Okay, that's fine. When finalizing, you must review all regular fields, look, it did it again. Non-confidential, non-conclude, to identify which still have null values. No. It's review all fields. Yeah. Which still have null values. Make one tool call setting all remaining null fields to empty string, right. There may be a bit of a problem. Setting empty string means wishes to skip leave blank. Right. This is required for the interview to be marked complete, right. Only after this batch update, confirm completion. Right. That's fine. Let's just do it here. Oh, and we have tidy. That's fine. Only after this batch update, confirm completion to the Bob. Yes, perfect. Okay. Critical. The interview system requires all fields. I don't know if I want this or not to be non-null. Right. Null equals not yet discussed. User confidential and conclude. I'm just going to cut this whole paragraph out. Gone. Okay. Okay, well, let's do that. I don't know. And then over in the interview, this is all of this. Let's see what it's changed. It should be done by now. Okay. The answer is yes. It mentions but no, it doesn't cover that. Okay. What did I ask? The Chatfield crash course. Track silently. Don't ask. Used for sentiment scores. Yes, but only very briefly. Examples shown. Internal score. That's a bad example. Field summary. Right. Computed post conversation. Tracked silently. Right. No mention that conclude automatically sets confidential. No execution order explained. Okay. Update it. But note that, : Okay. Execution order is really regular plus confidential, happen in parallel, happen concurrently. It's just that confidential fields are set at the LLM discretion, LLM/Alice discretion. Confidential fields are set at LLM/Alice's discretion and never mentioned to Bob. And conclude fields are set when the interview is are set only when the interview are set. What am I trying to say? And conclude fields are evaluated when all non-confidential information is captured. I.e., Bob would think Bob would expect the conversation to be done. Right? That's the point. I can't say, Bob, sit here while I think about, whether or not you're a security concern. Right? That's the point. I have to say thank you, and as he's walking out the door, I have to be like, "Woo, dodge the bullet there," or whatever. That's how we think. That's how it works. We're trying to model how we think. Okay. So, Bob would expect the conversation. Okay. Concurrently. It's just the confidential fields are set at the LM Alice's discretion and never mentioned to Bob, and conclude fields are evaluated when all non-confidential. In fact, conclude fields are not even mentioned to the LLM until the last moment, until it is time to evaluate them. Whatever. So the LM could not needn't, whatever. Okay. Confidential happen concurrently. Right. And conclude fields discretion and never mention to Bob. And next, once non-confidential fields are done, conclude fields are evaluated. Conclude fields are evaluated. Conclude fields are evaluated. Once conclude fields are evaluated and confidential fields are marked, empty or whatever. Thus, when Bob would expect the conversation to be done, it is Okay. Whatever. So then there's the action. No master plus conclude pattern. What's missing for PDF forms? No master plus conclude pattern. No examples of splitting or mapping. No explanation of when. Okay. Do not add. Let me see if I can get it. Master plus conclude pattern. Nor, oh God. Oh shoot. What else was the other one? Examples. Let's see if it can fix it. Right. Yeah, exactly. This is the small corrections I was talking about. This is exactly right. Yeah, pull that out of there. Give me a red commit. Thank you. Yikes. Okay, good. All right, I think I'm ready to run it. Let's go read some diffs. What's changed? So this is Chatfield.md, the API reference. So in the builder API validation specifications, so it used to have .confidential and conclude, and now it doesn't. Why not? I feel like that's bad. Wouldn't I want that? Track silently. Don't ask. Use for sentiment scores. Right. Email. Must be valid. Must be temporary. Reject profanity. Okay. Confidential and conclude. Okay, I think I know what I want. I want to bring this back. Let's bring this back. We'll keep it. And then I'll let this be that way though. That's fine. I'll let it explain it. Yeah, exactly. You could do like this, right? Dot as float. A range of 0.0 to 1.0, right? Range from 0.0 to 1.0, right? That's what we're talking about. Summary dot conclude field summary. Let's maybe give it a description, right? Synthesized after. That's fine. Summary, fine. Execution flow. Regular fields asked to Bob plus confidential fields tracked silently are correct. So where is this? This is in Chatfield.md. When dot enough is true, I don't know, execution flow, all fields populated, done will evaluate to true. When enough is true, the regular fields are done. Unset confidential, then conclude fields. I'm not sure if this execution flow is helpful. No, this is just how to do the data model. When enough is true, maybe it's like this. No, I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. Boop, it's gone. Okay. Okay. Conclude. Okay, fine. So that's the update to the, okay, so not too much update to the chat field. So it just explains confidential and conclude. That's okay. Right. Track silently during the conversation. Synthesized after the conversation completes. I think that's fine. And a little example like this, that's okay. Synthesize after regular conversation. Yeah. It's not really synthesize, it's evaluate after the regular conversation completes. Automatically confidential. Used for post-conversation summaries and derived in computed fields. That's perfect. Whoops. I always do that. I always save it and it does something weird. Okay. So I'm happy with that. What else changed? So forms.md changed. Oh, God. Look at this huge green. I hate green commits. Oh, God. Look at that. Oh, dear. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's just do it. So, right? Okay. Conclude handles PDF mapping automatically. This is forms.md. Conclude fields handle PDF mapping automatically. Define the interview. When enough information is collected, finalize by setting remaining regular fields to empty string. I think let's not do that. Oops, I always do that. Forms. I gotta get that muscle memory out or fix that bug. Every time I save a file. Okay, now what is this? The conclude pattern for PDF forms recommended. Right. Problem. PDF forms have technical field IDs like blah that don't match natural conversation flow. Asking users to provide data in the PDF format creates poor UX. Solution. Use master fields for human level questions and then conclude fields to automatically map to PDF field IDs. To automatically right. How the conclude pattern works. What Alice asks the user, conversation and natural, right? Yes. Social security number. This is cool. And so then it's a relatively straightforward, simple Chatfield tool. I've never really tax classification. Yeah. As one. That's totally awesome. That's super awesome. Tax classification. And then legal name, right? And then you have conclude fields. PDF field IDs auto-derive from the masters. So you say there's a field. It's the first 3 digits extracted from social security number. And it's conclude, yeah. So first 3 digits. Yeah, I mean, you could do it like as an integer if you want. Middle 2 digits, last 4 digits. What would I say? 1 choice mapped to 7 checkboxes. Yes, exactly, as Boolean. True if tax classification equals, right. Because we have to have a Boolean, so that's my theory. Now wait, you're not going to actually do 7 examples. Yeah, 5 more examples, right. True if tax classification equals corporation. Otherwise false. 5 more checkbox conclude fields for remaining classification. 5 more. Okay. Name split into first, middle, last. Yeah, totally. All right, it's a long example. Automatic execution. Alice collects master fields conversationally. When enough is true, the conclude phase automatically runs. LM synthesizes all conclude fields in one pass based on the master field values. Yes, it does. Sort of. All PDF field IDs are populated with correct types. All PDF field IDs, the interview becomes all PDF field IDs are populated with correct types. With correct types, with correct data, and optional cast types, strings, booleans, integers, numbers, right? Interview becomes underscore done, and Claude Code can read, right? Can read the field ID to value mappings. We'll know. Okay. I did it again. Always do it. Okay. Okay. Huge prompt change. Okay. Although it wasn't really working before, so I can't let's see. When to use master computing versus direct mapping. Use master complete when one logical concept splits into multiple PDF fields. Mutually exclusive choice is mapped to multiple checkboxes, right? Format, transformation needed, full address, yeah. Validation on content matters more than format, yeah. Use a direct mapping when the PDF filter matches natural conversation. No splitting is needed. Field is truly independent, whatever that means. Okay, cool. Okay. And then the system prompt changed. Phew, a lot of changes. Tax form. So this is the, that's fine. Okay, let's run it all. I think I want to run it all. Oh, this builder API could. Jeez, why is it so long? Okay. PDF example. Let me just check that in though for the moment. I think I want to do a big pass of like, hey, just reduce all my documentation's total size by 30%. I think that'll be a fun thing. I think that'd be a great one that Claude Code would crush. Whatever that means. Okay. So let's do it. System prompt interview. All right. Oh, am I still off camera? Let me go on camera. I'm going to discard the entire interview. I think I like all of this. So let's get going. So if I refresh here, that's right. Let's get going. This is a bunch of changes. Okay. Cleared out. So, and another thing, so let me like change my font size, reset the terminal, run Claude Code. I'm not sure what else I can do. I want to try, this flicker's driving me bonkers. Okay. Let me go on camera and be bonkers on camera. Okay. All right. Let's just run the skill, huh? Review this. Okay, use your PDF skill to help me complete the FW9 form. Complete like at FW9, huh? .pd, yeah. Whatever. Once the Chatfield server is running, use Playwright MCP. So let me think. No. Test one thing at a time. Right. Like whatever, let's just do it. So I won't use Playwright. All right, the PDF skill is running. Let's see. The skill has been activated. Forms.md. Look, the language model is American. Claude Code is American. That's awesome. Claude Code is a Yankee. Good. Nope, I still have Flickr. Okay, well, I may as well enjoy my large font size then, if I'm still gonna have Flickr. Is anyone else not getting Flickr? Okay. Great, there's my PDF form. There's, what do you call it? Mark it down MCP. Has been crushing it, yeah. Okay. Identify the editable zone. Yeah, you will. Find the editable zone. All right, let's see if all the topmost mapped conclude fields. Okay, it's doing conclude fields. That's an improvement. I'll edit the interview.py with a comprehensive definition. Yeah, off you go. I should see a big diff here. I should see a bunch of additions of a full data definition right here, although it may start flickering and be impossible to read. So let's see. I think we're close. I want to optimistically just go get like a Thai language form. Like, let's say, whoops, how do I change the language? How do I spell it? Let's try that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Sanpakon, is that Sanpakon? No. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, woo, that's a big woo. Okay. You. Okay, I don't know. Right. Choo. All right. That's a huge one, but that's the goal. That's exactly the goal. And this is exactly what life is like when you travel around the world, especially if you want to live there, work there. C'est la vie, as they say in Bangkok. So, let's see the simpler form, the W9. Whoa. Okay. Full name, hint, tax classification. Whoa, look at all these account numbers. Okay. Conclude fields, PDF field mappings. Right. Okay, so this is a little bug. It's like super redundant. Okay. That's okay, cool. Like every single one's been listed as a conclude field. Okay. So it's a small bug. Let's see how it runs. Oh, look, it's ready. Click. Okay. Here's the interview. Come here. Let's do my form. Or maybe I'll do it this way. Okay. Yeah, let's go get my answers, huh? Where are those answers? Cat answers. Whoops. How do I change language? Oh, I did it. So let's do this. I'll copy like some of it and just paste all that. Whoops. Yes. Perfect. So it needs to know my social. Perfect. Now, what just happened? Good. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think it's re-rendering stuff. If I had to suspect this thing's making me like annoyed, it would be that reacty re-rendering thing just absolutely not working. Like the fact that Google spent $1 billion making Chrome super good and React is optimized and like blah blah blah. Like it just does not work this way when you re-render it in a terminal. At least on Linux. Okay. But anyway, I see information stored here, so that's awesome. So that's good. So now what? SSN? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It needs to be in the format. Okay. Could you confirm it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay. Yes. So that's a second bug. We've got your SSN recorded. Is there anything else you'd like to add or change, or are we all set to wrap up? Done. Right. Oh my God. If it exits, then that's huge progress, though. I think, okay, we got some fields. All set. Okay. If the server will not exit, send it a sig term. Okay, and so then if it's gonna flicker, I want my bigger font. Yeah, screw it. Control B to run it in the background. I think I can run it in the background. Running in the background. Yeah. Absolutely insane. Okay. It's not ready. Okay. Kill it. Digest confidentials. First time enough is true. Yeah. Kill it. Kill it. Yeah, kill it. There you go. Okay, so we're still getting nuns. Okay. I can see the master fields were collected. Okay. So I think it's going to do it anyway. Let's go pull, what was it? Microsoft Word. Is this a PDF? I could pull this down. I don't know. And then let's see what else we've got. Anything else fun? Maybe something a little smaller. Not images. Is it images? No, this is no good. This can't be right. I want like real forms. Google used to be able to search PDFs no problem. Just any form. Any form that I can't understand, basically. That's decent. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool. Let's try that. It's kind of interesting. Thesis manual. All right. What is this, like a bank or something? That's another. Oh, that's like a smaller one. That's better. Is download? Form SS. Okay. All right. It's kind of good. I don't know. No. Okay. Okay, so then if I reload, it's dead. Okay. Now I need to tell it this is a bug. Okay, there's a bug. Working on proper server shutdown. i.e. like setting optional fields to like empty so the data model reflects a done state as expected. Okay, so a couple of things happen. Firstly, the generated interview.py from the skill is way too like verbose and redundant. It defines like, what am I trying to say? It defines like master fields and then conclude fields, directly copying them, right? Direct. Directly copying them. Master fields can have a like non-human friendly ID that is not like human facing, right? User facing, because those are not user facing. Okay. And then what else? It had a bug. So that was a problem. And then and then also it still failed to wrap up and move to a done state, and it required killing. And its handler, pretty print, shows many fields are still none despite the updates. So what is the bug? All right, let's see. Let's let it think. It was 9:44. Well, there's a big lesson learned about just the work to go into good prompting. Not a new lesson, but okay. Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah. Let me get something here. That's annoying. Okay. All right, let's see it. The verbosity issue. The generator is overly verbose and misuses the conclude pattern. Right. The fix. Remove as bool and allow empty string. So the constraint violation on has foreign partners prevented the concludes. Oh, no kidding. Has is defined, but was set to empty string. Oh, okay. Empty. Server output shows empty string file. I don't know if this is correct. Trait conflict. Alice has the trait. Right? So this is just a total miss. That's stupid. Okay. Option 1, remove as bool. Option 2, use as maybe. No. No. You are wrong about as bool. It is not a constraint, but rather a typecast. At worst, we can add more guidance, like .as bool, true if the value is ... false otherwise, right? Okay, next. The conclude pattern, right? For one-to-one mappings, use it right. Just do, yeah, totally. Yes. Yes. Definitely clarify about when to use conclude, but also help me keep that forms.md to a tighter, more dense size as it has become. Okay. It's going to tell me I'm absolutely right and I'm going to get a point. I'm so certain it's going to congratulate me on my genius. I can't wait. Okay. Coughing with allergies here. Okay. Let me cough one more time. Pardon me. Okay. Let me have some allergies here at my desk. Get some water and keep going. Boop. Okay. So, when is it going to congratulate me on my genius? The flow is, right? Yep. Route from thing does not check. Wait, are you telling me there's a bug? Do I have a real bug? But wait, things should route back through the normal. You're telling me there's a real bug? This would be awesome if there was a real bug. That would make sense because it sure seems to fail all the time. I don't know though. If enough is still true, is false, the system should route. Really? Actually, wait, let me reread. If the LM generated tool calls, it would go to tools. It would check for the. Actually, found it. The bug is in the state machine routing. Whoa. I don't know though. Maybe it's just trying to save its face because I just busted it in a complete fabrication about this S-bool stuff. Maybe it's trying to save face. Digest concludes check. Only happens. But the flow never goes back. Maybe the user wants it tighter. Uh-oh, I might not want. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, hold on. The state machine routing prevents digest conclude. Right. Perfect. The key guidance. Oh, it hasn't done it yet. This is perfect. Let's. Second pass. more important bug fix. Okay. Splitting, right? One to many, transformation, yeah. Yeah, example, wrong. Conclude. Example, right. The PDF fields are not user-facing. Yep. Next, create a GitHub issue clearly explaining the bug you have found and your proposed fix, right? All right, let's see. Oh, and then meanwhile, okay, I'm going to play with the other form. Let's go look. What are some fun forms? My downloads. Let's see. I don't remember. Form, was it SSCH maybe? That's kind of cool. I kind of want to try that other one. Was that P0? Oops, that's a web P. Oh, that's my daughter. My daughter doing stuff. Okay. Wow, this is. What else is the PDF? Is this SSCH? Oh, I did that one. That was that one. TP rather. That's cool. Okay. Cool. Okay, you created the GitHub issue. All right, so issue 71. Okay. Tons of issue stuffs here. Okay, and now what? The router. Okay. Secondary issue as bool cast on has form partners. Okay. The PDF skill source code yet? No, I haven't updated. I was waiting for your direction after you set to exclude. Right. Add concise guidance on when to use the conclude pattern. Yeah, exactly. In Chatfield.md. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Good. Concise changes to both. And then let's rerun it. Let me cough here. Pardon me. I hope that mute's working. Okay. Good, I guess. Right, SSN. Oh, finally, there is another bug where the where Alice pushed back to Bob about SSN formatting. Bob said SSN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Alice made him like confirm that with hyphens, right? How can we make Alice do the right thing? How can we make Alice like accept that more readily? Notice in forms.md guidance about her trying to make her a like what am I trying to say, flexible trans and responsive translator. All right. Okay. Let's go read that issue. Did I open it up? Yeah, here it is. I'm not sure if I believe it or not. I'm going to have to see it. We could write some unit tests. But I kind of believe it because this thing has had tons of problems getting stuck, not knowing that it's done. I don't know if it's obviously PDF use cases. I'm happy with the PDF use case because it's forcing me to make this thing robust with kind of real world. That's not why I like PDF. Something I really love about PDF is that kind of everything's harder. As a data engineer, like everything's harder. And so, for example, if you want to populate these forms, you have to speak its language and track all that. So is it done? Topmost subform. What is your... Trait accepts validation without format constraint. Oh. I know what I want to do. In fact, flesh that out more by saying you can always by like encouraging Claude the skill to use like dot as str, you know, formatted the, you know, SSN formatted right, SSN sound, or dot as int or like final, right? Final or as int final, you know. Or formatted or whatever is best. So Claude Code can make Chatfield give it whatever format it needs. But that is a cast, not a validation, right? That's the point. So that's okay. Okay, so I'm learning a little bit. I mean, I'm not getting like miraculous results. My whole hypothesis of if this thing is a form, and that mental model is well known and trained into the LLM and fine tuned and so forth. I'm still having to do a substantial amount of work to say, hey, formatting is not a validation problem. And to some extent, it's, that's too bad. I got to work harder. I got to make it work. I got to get good. I think there's a bit of legacy from graphical user interfaces and from traditional forms where formatting was important for all sorts of good and bad reasons. Yeah. Must be exactly 10 digits. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. Yes. Just more and more prompting, though. I don't know if I love it or not. But some of this would stick. A lot of this would apply to HTML forms as well. So I think that this, especially this forms.md file, will ultimately become some sort of system prompt back in the primary Chatfield source code. That's why I'm working so hard on this. Because I think if this thing can like generically solve a PDF, that's a cool use case. And I'm gonna go slightly over time because I want to test these foreign language forms. Let me ask. Okay. Key distinction. Yeah, must check content. Okay. Okay, multiple casts. Yeah, totally. Now Claude Code can generate interviews. All right, off we go. Start it over. Now, what should I do? Let's stay on FW9. Yeah. RM-V. Done. Form values. Form.md. FW9. Right, so there's my PDF and there's my answers. Let me just get my answers ready. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go. Wonder if thinking is good or bad. Maybe thinking's bad for a skill. I don't know. I don't like thinking as a user-facing option. It seems it's just strange. I don't understand why. I feel like I'm driving a Model T and there's all these weird levers that no longer are relevant for driving, like some sort of like flux capacitor setting or something. I know I've crossed universes there a little bit. So I don't understand. Like my understanding is they use like all I think kind of production level. Well, what I've read, a rumor, I guess I call it, is that they use the lighter weight models to do a lot of classification to say, what are you talking about? What do you do? Are you asking a question? Or are you giving an instruction? You know, like doable stuff that's fast, and then from there it responds and processes. And there's all sorts of like sophistication in here. I mean, there's so much sophistication. Why do I just have this Boolean of like think extra or not? And I don't even know. Hopefully the old system was even worse where there was levels of it. It seems to like it. There's, unless there's, maybe I missed it. I did not see like a massive document about here's how to, like, here's why you would want to think at level 1 or 2 or 3 or 0. Here are the circumstances that you want to think or not think. They're just like, good luck. Here's your flux capacitor, you know. Okay. So here's the form structure, 23 fields. You need to analyze the PDF content. Oh, I should have like backed out that old content. Oh, it's too late. It just read it in. I could say disregard it, but whatever. Disregard. Oh, shoot. No. 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 We're stopping it. No, we're stopping it. Yes, we're rewinding. We're going all the way back. Restore the code and the conversation. Ooh, cool. They're showing me my delta. Okay. No. We're back. At least I want to test it in the easiest possible circumstance before I give it the hardest. So that needs to revert out. Okay. Because it read that file and it declared victory. Hey, it's all done. And I just spent a ton of time explaining why that file was wrong. So that's bad. So we're back to form. All right. We're back to, so let's start again. The skills have changed. Everything's changed. So that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just clear it out now. Clear it out. No. Okay. We're starting over. Okay. That's it. Off we go. We're doing it again. We're thinking, I want to try to change as few things as possible. It's getting like to where I kind of hope there's this bug. I kind of hope this bug is real, because underscore done and underscore enough should be very reliable little API points. The application is going to need that reliable. It's going to have to be good. So there's your mark it down. Good. I mean, I think the more Claude Code like hides the language model from you, the better. And in fact, an annoyance of the think mode is, well, should I click over to Opus? Like I'm paying more for higher quality, and it's not clear to me, or do I do Opus with thinking mode? It's not clear to me. Okay. Create a comprehensive interview definition for the W9 form. Use the conclude pattern to map user-friendly questions to PDF's technical field IDs. Don't overdo it. Don't blow it. If you blow it, I'm going to lose face now, Claude Code. I've spent all morning telling you how to do this right. Don't make me lose face. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, 50,000 tokens. I want to get a good sense of, I love this, I hope. I want to get a good sense of, an exchange rate of tokens for value. So, for example, can I do a PDF and 100,000 tokens? That'll be a fun one. Okay, we're running Chatfield. So it thinks that they're done. So let's go read what it built. Interview.py. Here's what it built. Let me move my code over to make it readable. Come here. Okay. Background knowledge. Individuals use SSN. What? Entities use EIN. Oh, wonderful. Sole proprietors use either. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Master fields. Conversational questions. Full name. Hint, must. That's super bad. Match the name on your tax return is bad. But whatever. Business name. Tooltip. As one. Yep. LLC tax code. Exempt pay code. Okay. Requester info. Optional. Okay, cool. What is your SSN? Be 9 digits. Okay, good. This formatted technique made it in there. Cool. Formatted. Oh, neat. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Fun. So let's run it. So let's run it. That looks decent. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Hello. Let's get my W9 out the door. All right. So answers. Okay. Right. Are not needed. So let's start there. Copy. Paste. All right. Let's go look at some logs. Woo, the values popped out already. Good. Great. All right. Yes. My social is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Oh man, if it doesn't do it, I'm gonna scream. Here's where I lose face. Here's where I save face or lose face. Ha 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 ha! I save face. Yes. Yes, that's Chatfield. Yes, it's flickering and it's gonna make me keel over, but it's Chatfield. Okay, social security number. Done. All right, come on, Schwartz. Now, if there's a bug, there may still be a bug. Let's just see. Come on, Schwartz. I think there is a bug. Okay. Let's check that out. Okay. Process. So if I just scroll, no, there's like nowhere I can scroll. Look at it. I don't know. Maybe it works. I don't know in what circumstance. Look, it's still flickering. It's still flickering. This flicker's like horrible. I wonder what's changed. I wish I could downgrade. Can I downgrade like with an old NPM package? I wonder if I could downgrade. Okay, we need to background it, right? Let's background it. Yep, thank you. Wait, don't kill the shell. Oh no. That might be sig, no. Would that be sig? I don't think that's either sig term. That might be sig term. Did you get a pretty print of it? And it read my answers.txt. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. Thank you. Let's do it. Okay, I got to move these answers to my own desktop, like to my own, like, let's put it in my desktop. Because Claude Code pulled it in, and that's bad. That's not what we're testing. Okay, so, but then there's the values. Yeah, open f39.done. Perfect. Yep, social. Okay. Okay. Let's do it again. Can I do one more? Doop. What do I want to try? Oops. Ah, missed it. Okay, here. Form, f39 values, f39 done. So there's no answers now. Oh, but note, when you run the Chatfield server to get information, run it in the background because we may need to sig term it when it should exit, right? Let's try it again. And then I'm going to try the Thai language one. Because the thing about like another language is it's going to be a whole different category of bugs compared to, you know, like a tax document. And then of course a foreign language tax document would be the most challenging, I think. Wait, is it using its skill? Yes, it's using the PDF skill. Markdown. Yeah. Yeah, Chatfield interview. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're off. We're doing it. Why 43,000 tokens just to kick off? Okay. There. Now you got the PDF content. Thank you. Done. Need to do. Extract form field metadata. Perfect. Oh. Everything I've wanted. Get CO, Python, Chatfield. Pull it out. Let's see if that was fast enough. Yes. Yes, when it edits that file, it won't see that content. I think I made it. I definitely made it. Yep, there it is. 29 lines. Phew. Okay. Oops. If I refresh this, should be down. Yep, okay. So then, oops. Is there any PDF? No, okay. Let's try move, copy, download, form, TP. Which one's smaller? Oh, they're both the same. Which one was which? This is pretty cool. What is that, 2 pages? Okay. And this is 1? Let's do the 1 page. Is it a real form? Yeah, okay. Let's do the 1 page. Close without saving. Okay. Perfect. So we'll do that next. We'll do this Thai language one. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Tooltip. Mm-hmm. Now, uh-oh. Okay, that's correct. Oh my God, look, it's literally doing this copy. Okay, good. So okay, good. So what I learned is you can't use the LLM to write its own prompts, like, too much, because Claude Code's edits got me here. I mean, I was along for the ride. So I'm fine. But I'm pretty sure the guidance says do not do this. And just the fact that it said do not do this, I think copy something, right? If we go look at the forms.md, copy. Yeah, look, it says it's wrong and it did it anyway. So that's good. That means if I'm just trusting its hunch to update these prompts over and over and over, that is definitely dangerous. Once you complete the form, okay, yeah, Chatfield. Okay, all right, so let's do my answers, right? Is it desktop answers, form FW9 answers? Yeah. So let's go get some information. Copy, paste. Okay. So it's running. Now, EIN is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Close that. Thank you. Done. All right. I hope it does not exit, right? Okay, let me say thanks. Good. Okay. So, yes, the server did not exit. Send it a term or kill, and it will pretty print. Okay, good. No, not kill shell. Oh, God. Oh, God. Bad LLM weather today. Gosh, all day. All day. Killed the shell. Oh, my God. I told it. There's the PID. Okay. That's cool. Yes, you can. Like 100% of the time, it decides that it can pick everything up from the logs. Yeah, no kidding. You killed the shell. What do you think? You killed the shell. What do you think? The thing's going to pretty print its output, its state, and you killed the shell. What did you think would happen, Claude Code? What did you think would happen? I said kill the server. Did I not say kill the server? All right, I don't want to dwell on it. Perfect. Fill the form. Okay, good. I'm going to run it again in a new language next time. Done. Okay. Done. Cool. There's my EIN formatted. Okay, that's nice though. That's cool. Cat fw9.values. Whoa, look, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. Here they are, the EIN. This is the EIN, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So that's this. So that's awesome. So that is working. That is some Chatfield stuff working, some of it working. It is mapping back to that JSON successfully. Okay. Phew. But it bombed. It bombed that it bombed that like rewrite. Okay, so let's do this. Git checkout python/Chatfield server. Okay, let's drop that out again and go again. Yeah, okay. So I go use your PDF skill to help me complete, what is it called? Form. But no, when you run the Chatfield server to get through, run in the background because we may need to send sig term to that server PID to remind it to exit, something like that, right? Oh, also, importantly, I only speak English. So when this skill sets up the form, it must make Alice be helpful, bilingual, translating, explaining, etc. And potentially needed, use as lang heavily to produce values in the required target language. All right, let's see. Let me go get something. My own camera, that's fine. Let's go. Let me go get something. This will be cool. Awesome. Yeah, do it. Do it, Rockapella. Bilingual interview definition. I was thinking, this is an example of where Claude Code, what I've been saying is, can it connect across more gaps? And here's an example where I'm just saying, well, all right. For bilingual, at the moment, I'm just telling it, hey, you prompt everything in there. Yeah. You prompt everything in. So hopefully it'll do that. Subcontractor information. Cool. BEB. Okay. Business registration form. Awesome. Awesome. Analyze the Thai form content. Cool. What do we have? no, form, yeah. Cat form, dot form, JQ. Yep. Yikes. Gnarly IDs. Checkbox 498. Cool. 489. 488. Wonderful. Okay. Cool. Wonderful. Text. Wonderful. Field ID. This is gnarly. This is awesome. Whew. Okay. This is awesome. Clear data. Checkbox. Cool. Unchecked value / off. Checked value / yes. / yes, indeed. Okay. Good. Come on, Schwartz. What's it doing? You generating me a... So now do I have a data definition? No. I need a Python data definition. It'll happen. Come on. Make me a Python data definition. Comprehensive? Let's see. What in the world? I wonder if I can see, would it have just dumped out? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Cool. Great. Yeah, good enough. Definitely. Yeah, and it picked it up. Look, that's like the first few characters. Mark it down is doing a good job also. This is like the name. This is like this says form, and this is an like a government ID, SSC, let's say 1, something like that. So cool. This is currency. So great. Good. Woo. Oh my God, it's still copying. Gosh, this copy thing is a disaster. This copy thing is a huge disaster. Well, that's good to know. It's working in 2 different forms, so that means it's like a serious bug with the like with this prompt. Okay, cool. Business name. Hello, I'm here to assist Thai business registration. Let's start by gathering essential information for the Thai form. Okay, hi. We are in a test case scenario. You help me generate answers by proposing sensible answers, and I will confirm or give feedback. Let's begin. I'm just trying to be cheerful so it'll... Okay. Let's see what it does. Yep. Cool. Let's go through them one by one. Okay. Business name. Your company is called Global Tech Solutions. Perfect. How about Global Tech Solvents? Or Global Tech Precipitate? No, I like solvent. Yes, business registration is perfect. Yes, registration date. Today's date, October 10th. Nice. How'd you do that? How did do that? Wait a second. Oh, 23. Oh, okay. Good. Right. That's good that that's wrong. If it was correct, that would be bizarre. Okay. I didn't. Right. Good. Okay. Register. These are supposed to be stateless systems, so this is good. Okay. Register capital. 5 million baht. Let's say Global Solvent should be the name. For the money, for registered capital should be, we'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How about 6? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Paid up capital of 2.5. Yeah. So let's see if it's storing values. Cool. Nice. Okay, here's what we have so far. Oh, I'm not getting markdown rendering in my little UI here. That's okay. Oh, nice. It transliterated for me. Thank you. Solvent, registration number, new establishment. Let's say registration date. November 5, 2025. Paid up capital. Par value per share. Leave blank if it's a partnership. Total number of shares. How many Thai nationals are shareholders or partners? Total shares held by Thai nationals. Like, can we make it like 100% Thai nationals? Let's see what that looks like. Yikes. Okay. Things are going great. Does the server process or bash like shell command have a timeout I should know about? Okay. Here's the updated information. Dun, dun, dun. Next questions. Total number of employees. Approximate number. Okay. Branch name or location. Yeah. Propose answers for me. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, let's just say yes to all. Perfect. 20 employees. Hopefully there's some translation required. Whoa. Yikes. This is awesome. This is cool. So what? Here's the updated information. Next questions. Working date. As of what date is employee count accurate? Do you have any subcontractors, business activities? Okay, cool. For the rest, conversation, tell me the questions and also propose values because you are helping me in a test case scenario right now. Not real world. I hope that works. Okay. Today's date is NOV5. Update that everywhere. Now what? Second director, Jane Smith. John Doe and Jane Smith. Cool. 5-digit code. 5-digit code. Manufacturing. Yes. Jeez, it's a lot of questions. And then we have all these conclude fields that copy it. I'm nervous. Okay, it's complete. The fields have been finalized. I knew it. The system prompt talking about finalizing is making Alice tell Bob about finalizing. It's annoying. Okay, wait for the user to complete the interview. Confirmed. Okay, yes, the LM is saying interview complete, but the server did not exit. Send its process a sig term. Good, so that's correct, the kill command. Perfect. Received sig term shutting down. Wonderful. I bet it got a pretty print. Almost certain. If it does this shutting down and not a pretty print, then I'll scream. I'll also lose face. Oh. Getting late. The sig term worked. Okay. I need to work with what we have. Yeah. Looking at the preprint output. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. So it's gonna, because it's also an LLM, it's probably gonna just do all that again for me. Yeah. Values.json. Okay. Ooh, got some tied content. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's see. Ooh, let's see what it does. That's a little more reliable. Sometimes we go totally off the rails. So if I know there's a bug, I want to look at that GitHub bug. So let's start writing that up for things to do tomorrow. Is like, go and look at that new bug. Tomorrow plan? Go and look at that bug. What was that GitHub issue? So this should be down. Yes. Chatfield. Yeah, 71. Issue 71. Fix that done bug. Yeah, I know. Update forms.empty. Right. Yes, definitely done. Copy the Python work. That's still queued up. Okay. Okay. Let's look at it. What is this? Let me close the entire window. So I got my... Ooh, I wonder if I have some Linux compatibility. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, yeah. Do I have like, what should I do? How could I render it out relatively easily that's not Linux? Or I could use like GhostScript or something. Okay. This is kind of right. I mean, as with any LLM, like if you submit the, at the bottom, you're like signing your name. Yeah, here it says sign your name. So, ooh, okay, cool. Yikes. So this says searching for water. Okay. This is like manufacturing. I think this is, did we say something about water in our conversation? Where'd that go? Cool. Okay. Really awesome. This is electricity. Cool. Gas. Neat. I think I'm almost certain it was. In fact, give me a like markdown transcript of that whole conversation based on the server logs. That's not bad. That's not bad. Is there anything where the Thai language was required to be written in? That's fun. I think none. Oh, it could have put my name in the bottom here. The bottom is where you write your name and where you print your name. Oh, cool. So look, it converted the year. So 2568 is the correct year. Oh, wait. Why is it? Okay. Oh, create versus change. Okay, cool. This is like create. Okay, and I remember doing that. 654321. Very cool. 25,000. Cool. Again, I know you could drop this file into ChatGPT and, well, I don't know, actually. Could you drop this file into ChatGPT and get this back out? Maybe. Maybe. And ChatGPT is a little bit different from, GPT-5. So then the question is, could you do it as an API? Then it's getting less and less likely. I think this validates Chatfield. I think this helps, even with all the bugs and setbacks. This is pretty cool. Can I just do the other one? Perfect. Let's just do the other one because they're fun. No. Let's stop. That's cool. Yeah. Let's write down. Let's push stuff, commit stuff. Okay. The skills changed. The prompt changed. I don't like any of this. Git checkout. Let's pull that interview back out. It's all like gone in the wrong direction. It's all bad. So let's just write that in the plan. Okay. Look into Git. Meanwhile, the uncommitted changes are like bad. The object is doing the interview.py is super verbose. The interview.py is super verbose. And doing what the forms.md is saying not to do. Have conclude fields be copies of primary master field. Also, the file is getting huge. Let's do it like that. Title. Yep. Okay. Perfect. But on the other hand, we got a foreign language form done. So this is definitely progress, even for the headache. I kind of don't mind it just because it's heavy prompting of this Claude Code skill. Maybe I'm bad at it. Who knows? But I'm glad to get experience it. Or maybe it's just like writing software where you have to try something and run it and try it and run it and try it and run it. And there's a loop of development and you're kind of coding a little bit. I feel like the structure of all those markdown files is this kind of tree or if else, kind of cascade. And then in the forms, there's this heavy thing about here's your procedure, here's your process. It's an algorithm. It's a total algorithm. So I feel like that's valid. So let's wrap that up. Interview. Let's wrap stuff up. Get out of here. Interview working tree. Okay. Let's run Claude Code and wrap it up. Is there anything to push? 2 commits. So /wrap up, but note, a successful Claude Code PDF skill extended with Chatfield to complete a foreign language form. Tie. Yeah. Okay. I'll create a daily diary entry. Thank you. All right. So I get a diary entry. And this is cool. RM. So it would be star.form.json, star.values.json. I'm not going to delete the dones. We'll do it like that. Oh, there's my conversation transcript. Oh, so if we view it, water, there we go. Mining, water, construction, transport, awesome. Wait, cool. Health, finance, okay. Mining, awesome. I'm mining. Okay, utilities, cool. Okay, it's pushing up the journal, so let's pull it up. So what happened today? There's an issue. Let me keep that open. I'm going to glance at it in a second. 11:05. I guess like what I would say is despite me, I used Claude Code to write and update this skill extensively, and it definitely did not work by the end of the day. It's bad. However, even in that context of there just being bugs in the skill prompts and stuff like that in the skill, because of these conclude fields, actually, this skill did successfully use these conclude fields, even though it's kind of got bugs. It ultimately worked. And these conclude fields is a great way to make the LLM prepare all the information for the destination PDF to go back into the PDF. It also uses the LLM to transform. I mean, Chatfield is all about transforming. Chatfield is all about transforming data. You can just cast it however you want. Where's the first cast? I need to put cast higher up in the documentation. This is super validation rules, transformations. Yeah, so as float and as integer, as list, anything you want like this. So that is now successfully used, and let's celebrate. Let's pull up that form. That was super awesome. Let's pull up that form. Open form ss.done. So this form I did 100% interactively in English with Chatfield, and it has, let me zoom in again. It has done, what is that? The water stuff? Electricity, gas, steam. Is steam in there? Let's go read the transcript. Steam. I feel like it should be in there. Cool. ID numbers. What is that? 65431, for example, is definitely in here. 543. Yeah. 654321, 65431 TIBOS. So that's the registered capital. That's right here. And this says capital registered already. Register already. Registered capital. Super happy. So, and the fields like kind of work. Oh, I thought there would be like Thai language. I got to find translations into Thai. I know that's possible to populate this form in the natural language. I know that's definitely a matter of prompting. So even despite all of the issues with the Claude Code skill, where it created less and less high quality, it created lower and lower quality code, it still worked enough to do this form in another language. So I'm super happy. I want to improve that skill. Obviously, let's just keep reading the plan. Whoops. So the plan for tomorrow is there may actually be a real bug where this thing doesn't know when to shut down correctly. So that's awesome if that's a bug to fix. And then otherwise, improving this skill to make it more reliable and better. And then once it's just kind of good for any random PDF, I want to start doing one that I genuinely don't know the language. That'll be fun. And then, which is anything besides Thai or English. And then PDFs which do not have form metadata is the next step, because the step after that is photographs of documents to complete. I think it's very, very close. So I'm super happy. So that's all pushed up. Yep, that's all pushed up. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Any good? Yes, we're good. Where's my thing?